Man U has very poor defensive organization.
City was there too, just like Man U did.
Part of their problem too is that IBK has said it on this show before. You cannot defend for 90 minutes. Man U scored in the 3rd minute of the match thanks to Højlund. Beautiful goal. I love the way he took it.
And from then on was defending.
Fine. Now, Man U is a team that cannot string 2-3 passes together to create a chance or to go and attack. It's turnover upon turn. The only person in their midfield that was comfortable on the ball yesterday, Eriksen played rubbish as far as I'm concerned.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and sport lovers generally, most importantly, football lovers, you're welcome to the first installment of Best of the Best Sports Show anywhere on the planet. Happy New Year to you guys. So feels so good to see you guys here once again, and definitely we'll be taking you on that interesting ride of World of Sports. My name is Farouk Adetola. They call me the Sports Bamba or Sajuri. You are very much spot on. I've got the guys also in the studio with me this lovely day, and together we'll be breaking it down for you just like the way you want it. First and foremost, BK Sports. How you doing?
I do, but what's good now? Hope you're okay. Why you laugh?
I got to laugh. I know where you're coming from. Roy, the man that's not keen to listen to what I'm saying. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Happy New Year, guys. It's good to be here once again.
Your energy is so low.
No.
I'll get the right contact from my guy here.
Right.
I'll shock you. How you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Quite a lot has happened for the last 2 weeks or thereabout, but definitely what matters to us is to always give you the exciting news, the banters, the side news, as well as all those teams that are not doing well. They ended the last year, decided last year the way they ended it. Talking about Arsenal, Chelsea, Barcelona, United are picking up, but from the reverse. But guys, let's start from Newcastle United and Man City. A lot of people spoke about Kelvin De Bruyne, his importance to Man City, and under 5 minutes of football action this season, this guy showed us that he's Mr. Manchester City. IBK, he ended 2-3 in favor of City right there at St. James's Park, home ground of Newcastle United. But the whole highlight of that game was when Kelvin De Bruyne, with a new hairstyle, came on the match, scored a goal, and produced a one-of-a-kind assist for them to win that match. And now we have a real contender in our hands.
Well, that's why they say class is permanent. I remember when Ronaldo De Lima came back from, I think, over a year injury, and he finished as the best player at the World Cup.
That was
so it shows you that there are some players that, like someone said, he thinks De Bruyne is born to play football. I compared him with Paul Scholes, and the people were coming at me that I'm a young guy. If only they know how old I am. I saw Paul Scholes play ball. I know, but this is the difference. Now I respect Paul Scholes a lot, but I think that what De Bruyne brings to the table is, now Paul Scholes, what's his strength? Diagonal passes, long range passes. De Bruyne does it every game. Are we talking about short range pass, defense splitting pass? De Bruyne will do it for you. Scoring of goals, scoring of shot, technical. Just look at his goal against Newcastle. He literally passed the ball into the net. And that's why I always say that a lot of footballers they've not made the ball their friend, like you always say. Someone like De Bruyne now, bro, that goal was probably, when I was in school, I have a friend that he probably, he clubs a lot, and he's still the best guy in the class. So it's just like football too. Players like De Bruyne, you don't really need to do a lot in training. The intelligence is there. Yeah. Football is more of what's in your head, not what's in your leg. You use your head to execute your leg will execute what's in your head. So that ball, you see how he just he saw the position of the keeper and knew that the time the keeper will get to the other side of the post, the ball will be faster than it. So just like make I just send these boys and it was it. So I think for me, he's someone that is not appreciated enough. We are used to appreciating these old guys, maybe because we didn't really have a lot of talented players then. But what we have now, what I've seen De Bruyne play, I think I'll put him ahead of Paul Scholes, ahead of Lampard, ahead of Gerrard, and I think only Xavi and Iniesta, I can say maybe he has not attained that.
Well, I know where you're coming from. You're a staunch Barcelona fan, and you're talking about the guys that have won 13 Premier League in their own career. I think that a lot of people don't also give services to those guys that have played from the past. But now let me come to you, Roy. Man City have not been part of the Premier League for a long time. Yes, they've been getting points here and there, But can we say from this position that Man City's journey to winning the title for the 4th time in a row starts now?
Well, the truth remains that once Kelvin De Bruyne is fit and running, there is every possibility that Man City will win. In fact, he's the puzzle, or he completes the puzzle of
Absolutely.
Man City. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you look at their records when he's not playing, they are not really doing well. They are not the Man City that we used to know. You understand? So, but his return has actually changed the rhythm of their play. You can see his passes, his marking, his intelligence in the whole team. You understand? So he plays a vital role in that team. And as long as he stays fit and Haaland returns, truly, it is their league to still lose.
Well, that's another puzzle to also have to it.
Yeah.
I forgot that even Haaland has not been playing quite for a long time now.
Yeah, exactly.
And De Bruyne, honestly, if you tell me that De Bruyne is not the best player in the world right about now, a lot of people don't know football. That's the truth. It has been there. And I think for everybody to have said, I don't give him his roses, I think everybody knows. And it's always there every season as the best player in the world for the last 4 or 5 years.
But you guys comparing with Bruno Fernandes and the rest.
It's a different system. It's a different system. Leave Fernandes out of this. Fernandes have not done half of what De Bruyne did.
The truth is, if we have to compare,
the truth
But there was
is,
the time
the truth
there
is,
was
the truth
comparison.
is, the system.
I'll
I'll tell you about system. I'll tell you about system.
Yeah.
He has played under a very favorable system. Bruno Fernandes had about how many coaches at United? About 4 or 5. So you also have to look at all those values too. But let's talk about Newcastle United. At the point in time, they look like the showstopper. Bring Liverpool will stop them. Bring Arsenal will stop them. United will pummel them. But now they are gradually going back to what we know them to be. Can Newcastle still fight and end up as top 14 in the Premier League?
Do they have the players that will be able to get them there? Yes. But the problem now is the inexperience in the team is starting to show. Absolutely. Anybody who watches this game will tell that. I think for about 50, 60 minutes, Newcastle were on top. They were comfortable. Yeah. The only problem was that they could not kill the game. They had the chances to do so. It kept coming. Almiron was, I don't know what he was doing. Gordon had his chances. They were missing things that they should not miss on a normal day. Man City could not necessarily find that extra gear to go at them and level the game. As soon as KDB came in, they were done for. As soon as the problem with Newcastle is the way City set up the pivot of Kovacic and Rodri. Kovacic is the ball carrier. The problem with ball carriers is they are prone to be dispossessed or cause turnovers in places where you would not like it as a manager. Look at the first goal he scored. Look at the second goal Newcastle scored. Because it came up as a result of these turnovers, you get. Now, KDB coming just helps City hold possession of the ball, take the ball into the Newcastle half, and just keep them there. Create, and then the chances will come. They're of their own misfortune. Look at Trippier, your club captain. There's no reason why the game is 2-2. We're talking about one of the hardest grounds of football to play at currently. You played PSG there, you trashed them. You've beaten very big teams because you are very good at home. Now, the crowd were behind them because take us away from them. Very good game of football. But how do you now switch off at a moment like that? So I feel that they're their own misfortunes. If they want to go all the way, it's in their hands. They need to realize that when you're on top of the game, I said on this show before, when you're on top of somebody, don't remove your leg until actually the person is dead.
That's massive.
I said last year. I'll say it again this year. It's very simple.
All right. Enough said about Man City and Newcastle United. We all know what they are capable of doing any day, anytime. Now let's talk about our hailing team. The team that will score first, still concede, and score you first, you're still not going to win. Talking about Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur. And the issue of Onana is different entirely. I don't even want us to go there. Because if he had won this match, I would have said reason for him staying behind, he has been vindicated. But that's another entirely. But that match against Tottenham, United scored very, very early. And you feel they will kick on from that position. But it's still the same United. You see their moment, they score, and before you say Jack Robinson, the defense will just, back up and they concede very, very easy goals. That was the comment of the coach himself, Eric Ten Hag. But with this, United are 7 on the table, but 7th very far from top 4. What exactly can we learn from this performance from United? Plus the fact that players are out. Casemiro is still coming back. Luke Shaw as well as...
Is Casemiro still in that team? We're not going to give him a 5-year contract. We're not going to give Brazilian a 5-year contract. God, dude.
So is United's problem over? Or do you think that it's something that they need another year for them to rectify.
Farouk, one saying is problem no dey finish, so I don't know where you are coming from.
But still don't get problem.
It's a problem over. Like I've always said, I think the problem with United is the fact that a lot of these players, they have it in mind that the coach will be the one to leave. And I said it already that when the board decides and wake up and say, come on, this coach is staying, whether you like it or not, you get players will start seeing, they will start taking responsibility. You know, like I was saying before we came on here, I said a keeper is as good as his defense. You get, there are some defensive pairing you see, and you want to praise.
I want to ask you.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay.
Before, do you need a world-class goalkeeper to win a tournament? I just want to ask you that question. Because I'll give you 10 goalkeepers that were not world-class, but their team went ahead to win major tournaments.
Exactly. Now you are making my point. You're actually making my point because you are making my point. That's why you are saying that. You said you can.
Onana is very
bad.
Hold
on. You can have a bad goalkeeper and win a tournament. That's because you have good defensive pairing.
Exactly.
That's the fact. Now look at the goals Spurs scored. The first one was probably the normal defensive error. Players not marking the next player to them, leaving space behind. I remember when Mourinho had the team and Mourinho probably puts players in spaces. You get, I've gone at days where you see defenders marking spaces. Now you see defenders just flat-footed. You know, a lot of them don't even make runs anymore with the attackers. They feel, this guy don't pass me, nothing where I feel do again. You get, and that's what's happening in United. A lot of these players, their head is not even in the team anymore. They feel that, okay, when we Ten Hag finally leave. But like I said, if I'm the owner of Man United, I'll make a decision and let them know that whether you like it or not, this coach is staying. No matter how bad the result is.
I don't a good business.
Why?
I cannot finish me.
Farouk, how many coaches have they sacked in recent years?
It's not about sacking coaches, it's about getting the right coach. I'm telling you the truth.
But the thing is, I don't think like you said before, I don't think discussion on Nana for this game in particular is fair. Because at the end of the day, there was no goal that was scored in this game that was his fault necessarily.
Absolutely.
The first one was because Wan-Bissaka did not pick up Richarlison.
Yes.
The second one was because John Stones should have just taken pillow and just slept for Bentancur's goal. Somebody is driving at you, and I can't recall what I think he took a couple of steps back, then showed him to his left foot and just left it at that, and then they scored. At the end of the day, Ten Hag would take his own portion of the blame because I don't see any reason why you would pair Johnny Evans and first of all, why are you signing Johnny Evans? Let's start from
there. But they are available players. That's what you should ask yourself.
In the entire market, yes. The money they used to sign Johnny Evans, they could not have gotten a better player for that. He not come for free. He came for free. He came for free.
It's unfair for us to just blame this guy. This guy has been the only regular guy.
See, I think
I've not seen any bad.
I think the problem, like I did,
he did one against Tottenham.
So, like I did instead, I think the problem is just defensive organization.
The only person in their midfield that was comfortable on the ball yesterday, Eriksen played rubbish as far as I'm concerned. It was just that minor boy. Bruno in big games, let's not even discuss that one. That one is talking for another day. He's always Casper the Ghost. You will not see him. Yesterday, absent.
All right, guys. Let's
things like that. There's no way you win games like that.
You never exhaust United's issue at anytime, anything. Now let's talk about the biggest game of the weekend. El Clasico played somewhere in Saudi Arabia. And it was a mauling, it was a trashing, it was like, humiliation. It was like me, beating my own son that don't do this again. That was what Madrid did to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I want to ask one question.
Yeah.
The protection given to Xavi is because he's from the club.
He's the son of
he's
the
a legend from La Masia and whatever.
Is that why? Because he won the league.
Is that why? No, and this question is to IBK. Because he mentioned only player that KDB is so better than is Xavi.
No, but you cannot compare his playing.
No, I'm just joking. That's just a joke. But what do you think is the problem with Barcelona? Because it's beyond me.
Now, like a lot of Barca fans, came at me yesterday, the day they played, and I'll tell you that most of them, they are just being delusional. Let me put it that way, because that's why I always tell people that the reason people will say, guy, why they do anyhow for this babe is because they say love is blind. Something we love will make you do. Because for crying out loud, Barca plays Granada, they look so ordinary. Barca plays Almeria, they look so ordinary. Girona, they look so ordinary. I said that when a big team is not dominating games anymore, now we don't need you to win. Show dominance, press the team, make good use of the ball, possess the team, create big chances. Barca don't even do that anymore in games. And game against Madrid, I even think this 4-1 was quite respectful because it should have been more. Now you are playing high line with probably one of the fastest attack in the world. You have Rodrigo, who is very fast. You have Vinicius, who is probably one of the fastest player in the world. And you are playing high line, for crying out loud. Now look at the 2 goals he scored, or probably the 3 goals. Is from high line. You get, and I always say that if we continue this way, Xavi will probably just, maybe he would think in the end that more, he seems these guys are resisting, I don't want to sack me. Let me just leave this seat finally.
Alright, fantastic performance from Barcelona. I mean, very poor from Barcelona, but good one from Madrid. And also, special mention has to go to that man that scored a first-half hat-trick. Talking about Vinicius Junior. Fantastic, completed his hat-trick with a very cool calm penalty that he sorted in, and Rodrigo completed the job in the second half as he trashed Barcelona by 4-1. I'm very sorry, IBK, you can see that annoyance that in your eyes, but you just have to take it. And Barcelona time never reached. Well, guys, that's the size of the package this lovely day, and together we have had fun. We're talking about Barcelona, talking about Newcastle United as well as Manchester United. Until we see you again, guys. Don't sleep. Don't take your eyes off the game, because we've got loads of exciting stuff for you on our platform. All you just have to do is go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and also put on the notification for you to have the best content any day, anytime. It is the best of the best show anywhere on planet Earth. We'll see you again some other time.